Oftentimes, many people view places like Hawaii and Puerto Rico as these dream vacation destination places, filled with beaches and luxury resorts. But for locals, this is often not the case. Places like this represent displacement, rising costs, and overall loss of control over their land. The purpose of my presentation today is to show you how tourism in places like Hawaii and Puerto Rico often contribute to modern-day colonialism and harms local communities in the area. I'm a credible source on this topic because I have taken the time to research the economic and social impacts of tourism and how global systems affect communities today. As someone who is influenced by travel culture or partakes in tourism, at the end of the day, you should be concerned about this topic because your choices affect real communities. Oftentimes, many people assume traveling is always beneficial, but I will challenge the idea by showing how it causes displacement, rising costs, and overall issues for local communities. A common misconception that is often used is that tourism brings economic growth and jobs in places like Hawaii and Puerto Rico. According to research on tourism, much of the economic benefit coming from these tourism sites are going to outside investors instead of local communities. Many of these resorts and hotels are often owned by outside companies while locals are left with low-paying service jobs. In addition to this, the idea that tourism helps communities without any type of negative consequences is also incorrect. Something that you often see portrayed is the idea that tourism improves the quality of life for locals, which is not the case. Instead of improving infrastructure and living conditions, tourism often rises housing costs and pushes locals out of their own communities. In places like Hawaii and Puerto Rico, rising costs and property value often make it difficult for locals to live in the area. Research has shown that tourism and outside investment have contributed to the gentrification and displacement of these areas. Another common belief is that tourism allows people to experience different cultures, but that is not always true. In reality, culture is often commercialized and turned into some type of entertainment for the tourist. Traditions are then altered to appeal to visitors, leading to the loss of authenticity and control. According to a Times article on Maui and colonialism, the effects of colonialism have already transformed the land and made local communities vulnerable. This shows how outside control continues to shape Hawaii today. Even now, artists like Bad Bunny have spoken about this issue, connecting to what happened in Hawaii to what's currently happening in Puerto Rico, warning everyone about displacement and the loss of culture and identity that could occur. Given this, we as people must be aware of how tourism impacts communities and support ethical travel practices that actually prioritize people over profit. In conclusion, tourism in Hawaii and Puerto Rico aren't just about traveling, but reflect ongoing systems of modern colonialism. These assumptions that tourism benefits economies, improves living conditions, and preserves culture aren't fully true. The primary purpose of this speech was to persuade you into thinking critically about tourism and how it impacts rural communities today. The next time we think about paradise, we should also think about the people who live there and whether or not paradise truly belongs to them. Thank you.